Hello and welcome everyone. It's time for Jim Comics Top Picks for New Comic Book Day this upcoming Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. Before I get into my picks this week, I'm going to talk about a few books that arrived in the mail because our post office has been on strike, so things are starting to trickle back in. I also want to talk about Ice Cream Man because I think we got a pretty important issue coming up in a couple weeks. And but before I get going, I just want to say I hope everybody's doing well. Got the books you wanted last week. And you were all awesome. So there we go. I just got a show. I got my Batman Gargoyle Gotham issue 3, the Ashcan edition. I ordered that, and what I'm really happy to see is this Black Label. If you remember back when the Batwing was, they used to have those big, large format. Boy, those were a pain in the ass to store and box. I'm really glad they're doing these smaller book. Anyways, I just love that cover. That cover is so creepy, and man, I love that character. I don't know if you got it or not, but I also picked up Time Slide. The only reason the only reason I got it, well, not the only reason, but one of the main reasons is a better way to put it, is this page. I know most of you have seen this already. I gotta make sure I'm in focus here. Last couple of videos I didn't, but we got that little symbiote dude or dudette there, which looks really cool. I don't know if that's another Jeff the Shark coming down the road, but I'm definitely picking up that for that reason. So I really think that's a good one to have just for that character. These books have been out. These came out years ago. Far Sector #1 with the new Green Lantern. Absolute Green Lantern launching soon. These ones are still dirt cheap. You can pick them up dirt cheap. Worth picking up if you find them dirt cheap. Don't go paying crazy money for it. I finally got my Carlisle for the School for Kings #1. That showed up, so I'm glad to have that one finally. And I mentioned I want to talk about Ice Cream Man. Main reason for that is, as you know, I mean, issue 1 is a great book. If you got the first print like I do, congrats. Most shops have half off back issue comics all the time. Like regularly they go on sale. Take a look through the bins. You're not going to find a #1. You never know, but I doubt it. But if you find issues 1 through 5, they're really good ones to pick up. Issue 8 is the first Hank the Happy Clown, and I got that one here. I got both cover A and B. Cover A, I mean, some of these people don't realize this cover here. Everybody's, if you got that one, congrats, because that's a really good one. But cover A, most people wouldn't, they'd see that in the bin and go right by it. So just keep your eyes open for any of these back issues. 17 is a really good one because we got the Confection Comics. It's a Action Comics homage, but cover B is also a really good one to have. These are worth quite a bit of money. The thing with Ice Cream Man is the print runs on these are ridiculously low. Every issue is pretty much in that 5,000 to 7,000 range. Like, they're not a hugely ordered comic. And the reason I'm bringing up Ice Cream Man is issue 43 comes out in 2 weeks on the 29th. It's past the FOC, but talk to your shop because they may have a few copies coming in. There's cover A and B for this one, and the reason it's a big one, they've got a whole bunch of writers doing one-page horror stories. You've got Grant Morrison, I think Jeff Lemire's in there. There's a whole bunch of writers, like tons of them. So there are these one-page horror stories, and if in any of those stories you get a character that shows up that becomes popular down the road, that's a really good book to get. But just the fact that you got, it reminds me of G.I. Joe issue 21. We had that silent issue. Just one of those really odd kind of comics that don't come around very often, and it's going to be a super low print run. So highly recommend, if you can get it, try to get Ice Cream Man 43. Like I say, that comes out in a couple weeks, so you got time to get out there. But I wouldn't wait too long because it's one of those ones, like I say, they're really low print runs, and shops don't order a ton of them. So anyways, Just throwing that out there because I really like Ice Cream Man, and some of those books are just bangers. Like, they're really good books. So, anyways, this week I just want to get into what I'm looking at. Like I said, there's not a huge week volume-wise, but there's some really good books. From Dark Horse, one I almost skipped right by was Behemoth #1. Only the one cover. You've got two writers on this one. Grant, oh jeez, I can't read my writing. Spotur. Boy, I'm sorry, man. I'm butchering your name. Might be Sputer. Anyways, he's a co-writer with Ryan Engel. Both those guys are. Grant is a film director, and Ryan Engel is He's a writer. He's done Rampage, Beast, Commuter, a bunch of stuff. So you got two writers who are connected to Hollywood behind this book, and it sounds like a big monster. Kind of, I think of Godzilla coming to town and eats a bus, and the people on the bus are trying to survive inside the monster's belly. Kind of reminds me of Poseidon Adventure, except being a ship upside down in the ocean, you're a bus inside a beast. So anyways, it's kind of an interesting story. That's a total spec buy, but it's worth picking. For me, I'm getting that one. It's a $3.99 cover price. You can't go wrong with that. So and again, buy books at cover price. Don't pay the stupid, ridiculous prices. So that's it from Dark Horse. From Image, we've got G.I. Joe #3. A whole bunch of covers for this. It sounds like we may be getting a new villain in this one. And in the G.I. Joe world, that might be a big thing, might not be, but if it's a cool character, it's going to be worth getting that G.I. Joe #3. From Distillery, You Won't Feel a Thing #1. This is a murder mystery by Scott Snyder and Jock. Scott Snyder's Absolute Batman and a bunch of other titles. Jock is a great artist, so I really dislike that large format that Distillery does. I wish they would go comic size, normal comic size, but anyways, that's their decision. But and their prices are pretty high. So from DC, got Green Lantern Fractured Spectrum #1, a one-shot. Looks like you're gonna get your first appearance of the Fractal Lanterns, and I would not be surprised if those will lead right into Absolute Green Lantern as well. So I'm definitely picking that one up. That looks like a good one. I'm looking forward to that one, actually. And the other one from DC is New Gods #2, because at the back of issue 1 we got that new baby, I guess it showed up. Just going to flip through it. If you haven't read New Gods #1, you're being warned. But anyways, we got that child that showed up with all the powers, and new gods die, new ones are born. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. And Ram V is quickly becoming one of my favorite writers. He's a really good writer. So yeah, looking forward to that. That's it from DC. For Marvel, Incredible Hulk 21. I'm just really I'm getting back on the Incredible Hulk run again. Looking forward to reading that. Laura Kinney, Wolverine #2. You got a whole bunch of covers for that. That is out this week. And if you remember, we got in the first go around with, Honey Badger showed up at issue 2. So you never know. Issue 2 can be a good one. So Spirits of Vengeance #5 is out this week. Do we get our Spirit of Violence? We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I'm not reading that series, so not too sure, but it could be a good character. And the big one for Marvel is one I've talked about as well as a bunch of other people, is Ultimate Wolverine #1. Your issue 1 of the new Ultimate Wolverine series. I got some really nice covers. I like cover A, quite honestly, the best. But Lee Bermejo has got a couple. There's a nice trade and a virgin for this. It looks really, really nice. So that's if you're going to buy one book this week, buy Ultimate Wolverine #1. That's all I can tell you. But my 3 picks this week, obviously, just talking about Ultimate Wolverine #1. That is my absolute no-brainer, lock it in the bank pick. Green Lantern Fractured Spectrum #1. Like I say, you're getting your first Fractal Lanterns. That sounds pretty interesting. Surprisingly, Behemoth #1 from Dark Horse. That's one I recommend you pick. It's going to be a lower print run too, because I don't think a lot of people ordered a ton of those. I don't even think that's on people's radar. But that one that's a total spec buy on that one. So, and I got 2 kind of honorable mentions. G.I. Joe #3, because if you do get a new villain and if it's a Snake Eyes or something like that, that'll be really cool. and New Gods #2, just to see what happens with that new god that showed up. So anyways, there you go. In the background, I got, if you don't know it by now, DC's announced that Lobo's coming to the movies and Jason Momoa's playing him and all that kind of stuff. These books have been great books for years and years and years. I know a lot of people have just been picking them up, but if you got it, congrats. If you haven't got it, there's lots of them out there, so keep your eyes peeled. There's lots of Lobo books, but those are some good ones. Had them in my collection for a long time. I showed these years ago, but anyways, there you go, folks. Happy hunting. Talk to you later in the week. Bye for now.